Here's my review of my very own Milwaukee M12 soldering iron 2488-20. Tool only. Comes with a flat tip and a cone tip. I picked this up today, November 29th, 2017 at Acme Tool. The larger capacity batteries work really nicely with this. Easily stands up. I am so excited about this Milwaukee M12 cordless soldering iron because time and time again I've had to do field repairs on my robot. I've had to pick this up with the Kubota, bring it into the garage, then I've had to bring my soldering station over to it or take it apart and bring the parts to the soldering station to make changes, upgrades, or fix something. Another example is this weather station I was working on and never really finished. I did use it, but I want to get this going again. One of the deterrents is that because this is eventually going to get permanently mounted somewhere outside, and there's plenty of potential for having to fix or alter components that are soldered in. And this soldering iron, it's going to reduce disassembly and assembly of this project. Okay, here's a use case. So this is the cheap Harbor Freight temperature sensor multimeter that I have. I can't get the temp sensor to plug into the plug anymore. I'm going to desolder the plug. I'm going to take this plug off and I'm going to solder the sensor right into the board. I'm going to use the Milwaukee soldering iron. Okay, let's get the solder wick on there. So I finally got the sensor soldered in and it's working. So now I can finally measure the temp at the end of this cone tip. Okay, spoiler alert, this tops out at around 334. That's what I got. I tested it more than what I showed on camera. And that's around, 626 degrees Fahrenheit, which I think is kind of at the low end of a soldering iron. Okay, I'm going to turn it off, see how fast it cools down. But you know what? This is a handy soldering iron. I'm very excited about it. So let me show you some applications for a hobbyist. Okay, I'm going to switch this on so we can see. I'll just do it in real time so we can see how long it takes. It's not supposed to take very long, a few seconds. When I get the solid green light, it's ready to go. And there's no heat adjustment, it's just on and off. Wow, that's taken a while. See, this is connected to a larger piece of copper, so it's acting as a heat sink. So this is a real world example. When you're trying to solder or desolder something that's connected to a larger piece of metal, this is having a difficult time desoldering that. I may have to switch to the other tip. I apologize for the blurry video on the tip change. It's pretty straightforward. I did some cutting and splicing of this process, so it seems faster than my comments. It took quite a while to do this. Come on, it's going. I think it's going. Yes. All right, so it desoldered it. It was a little bit of a struggle for that. All right, so now I'm gonna tin it, re-tin it, whatever. Okay, it's doing it. The flat tip definitely helps with this particular situation. Okay, there it is. I can feel the wires hot in my fingers. All right, that's it. Okay, so it does it. All right, here's another probably common application that I'll run into. Okay, I'm just going to leave the soldering iron on. So grab that, and then we've got the good old Milwaukee cordless heat gun. That's a good application, fixing trailer wires. And okay, so solid green, ready to go. All right, you need to make a repair on your broken robot. You know, you're in the BattleBot arena. Actually, I don't do BattleBots. I would never want my robots to be destroyed. But you know, if boy, if you're in BattleBots or anything like that, this soldering iron is so great for that kind of thing. You know, you got your microcontroller. You want to add a feature, change a feature. You got a wire that pulled loose. You can strip it, tin it, solder it back on without having to bring the robot or take it apart and bring it back to your soldering station. Oh man, this soldering iron is just gonna be so nice for doing field repairs. That is great. Well, if you have broken down robots like I do, then you gotta get the new Milwaukee M12 soldering iron, the Milwaukee heat gun for heat shrink, a good LED to light up your electronics box. This is the perfect setup for doing field repairs. This is going to really solve a lot of problems for me because I do electronics projects for wildlife photography, my radio controlled garden tractor, and I also have a two-wheel trailer and things like that that are not convenient to get to my standard soldering station. This thing, I have been waiting for this. Thank you, Milwaukee, for this cordless soldering iron. This thing is great. That's my review. Thanks for watching.